Perfect timing, go running across there. I wonder what. Okay, well, welcome. Serendipitous, right? It's right at the first intro, and a coyote goes running across our path. Interesting. All right, we're headed out for the day. I'm going to do a class out here, hopefully. I'm trying to go up in elevation a little so you get a little different scenery going on than what we've been doing. So it's like oak woodland type scenery. And yeah, so just working our way out. We're probably like a few miles out from where we're going to stop. I'm on this dirt road. I'm in my little car, but the road seems well enough. And I just thought this was private property and it got better. So apparently this might be a little more better maintained for Border Patrol. Saw some of them already, and a few bicyclists. So dry, unfortunately, but the weather is perfect, and I'm happy to get out. I've had a lot on my mind, so we'll catch up on that soon. Come on, out of the road. This is the old ghost town of Ruby, Arizona. It used to be open just like even this up till last year. But there's a little lady taking care of it, and she was just getting harassed by people crossing the border and stuff. So not like the crossers, but the ones doing the drug running and stuff. So we're really close to the border, and yeah, I'm not sure what their deal was with needing to come through her area or harass her, but yeah, she's okay now. She moved out. She just couldn't take it anymore, and I don't blame her. How scary being out here all by yourself like that. So we're just kind of on our way, but look here, Montana Peak, and then on this side, I'm not showing you where my windshield is so dirty, so we're not doing a whole lot through that way. And then it's deserty looking on the other side. So we're still heading up, and I just driving by. I was like, oh, I should stop and look at that. But we are getting close to, so I'm just going to keep my eye out for kind of a cool area, head off and do some exploring. Kind of a different angle here of that ghost town. All right, check out these views. That's a super fabulous spot. So trying to decide which way I want to go, because both directions look pretty amazing. I'm thinking this way over, heading out, kind of staying high on the terrace and see if we get even more exceptional views for this class and photos. And my tripod is like half broken, so this should be interesting. I'm like, okay, I think I can get it to work for this last trip, but and then I brought one special for the photos. It has a remote, but it like cuts off the sound for the wire when I use it to do the classes, so problems. So let me pack everything up, and then we'll get heading out, and we can talk about all the things and see all the things and do all the things, right? We're not even that far in, and already like some really exceptional areas here. Like, look at how pretty this is, right? Look at that nice rock backdrop, striking yellow tones, and like there's like clear area. I don't know, like how cool, right? So the temptation's real to just not go any further, but literally I'm just right here, like there's the so let's keep going. I'm sure there's a little more of a private place that I won't be like right on the other side of the road. So those blue mountains out there, that's Mexico. So we're looking south, Montana Peak. And I think that that's Ruby Lake. It looks like it's dried up though. That's why it's all weirdly white. That's my guess. Okay, fact check later. Yeah, this is a exceptional little spot here. So beautiful. The wind's blowing. So it's like quite windy, but it feels like, I don't know, like almost have this like desolation. like you're really like far away and just, I don't know, really secluded from everything. I kind of like that feeling. And then the way that it whips through the grass, and yeah, so this is very nice. I'm just gonna now pick out a spot, maybe like where I want to set up here. Super gorgeous. So this week has been a little bit interesting, and I've just been kind of been waiting for the right topic to express itself in my life for us to talk about this week. And I have been doing work on the heart chakra, and so I'm not a parent, but I did take care of my sister's kid for about 6 months, maybe. Like I took on that role, like I thought, I was going to be his parent. It didn't end up working out, and just the whole thing, it was whatever. That's not really the point. But when it's just interesting when you have new experiences or you get in new relationships, or if you have kids and all of a sudden you can become triggered. And this kid, he brought out so much rage, right? I did not know I had all this rage underneath the surface that I needed to work through. And I would never have known if I hadn't had the experience. But growing up, I stuffed everything, and I wasn't much of an exploder, but an imploder. And so the work for me over time has been able to learn how to express my needs and my feelings and all of that. But so looking out, and I think a lot of people struggle with anger and rage, and then right, and so we're looking at this heart chakra, and what is all this? Rage is unresolved grief, unresolved sadness. So anger is sadness down the road. I heard that said, and I think that that's very true. So that experience, all of that, it never really went back in the bottle. But I have been able to work through quite a bit of it, see where it was coming from, and all of that. But this week, so the interesting things that were coming up for me around this grief or this sadness were from when my childhood. Let me think about how I want to express this in a simple way. So there's like a lot of custody battles. My mom was a wreck, and so my dad and my stepmom wanted to adopt me. They wanted to sever my mom's rights, and I was about 6, 7 at the time, and ultimately, in the end of all the custody and lawyers, and it kind of like came down to my decision, and the judge asked me in private chambers, like, what if I never wanted to see my mom again? I guess that's really what kind of like it came down to. And I was like, no, I do want to see my mom again. I just, I want to see her on my own terms, and, when she's sober and not being crazy. But I still my mom. I still love her. So they lost the custody battle, and I just remember feeling like responsible for it, that like that was my fault, that I should have been, more honest from the beginning, and they wouldn't have had to go through all this trouble. I felt kind of like abandoned because now I felt like, my son wasn't gonna love me anymore, and I feel like there kind of was a wedge after that. Because the religion thing, and, they believe that you're sealed for all eternity, and if she's not my mom, then we can't be sealed for all eternity, and so I'm just sort of like this tag along after that. So kind of sad, but I think, right, like the grief is that I didn't allow myself to feel sad about it, like I felt bad about it, like I blame myself. And then the other experience was, right, grief and sadness turned into depression, right? And so the later the experience was, so my mom did have visitation. She never did change her ways. And so now this time, 7th, and I went to about 5th grade, 4th, 5th grade now. And I'm there, and her and my stepdad, they're fighting, and I'm just sick of it. And so I decided I was going to make a move, where I was always hiding her behavior. And so I just called. I was like, I want to be picked up. They're fighting. And then my mom came in the room, and she's like, we're getting a cab, and I'm taking you home. And I said, that's too late, because they're going to come get me, because I called them. And she just looked at me, and she's like, you are so selfish. And then that really stuck. And, this thing that was like really, really hard for me to deal with, them fighting or the custody battles, I blame myself. And like, maybe I am selfish that I didn't give her this opportunity to, make it right. But she had never made it right before, so whatever. But either way, right, like their grief was that I ended up feeling bad for expressing kind of how my own needs and trying to like kind of take some control in these situations. So, and then not long after that, I felt the first round of depression, but I had never put it together really until this point. And I remember it was like a Sunday, and I was in 5th grade, and I was like, I don't know what this feeling is. I just don't feel, I'm not tired, but I don't have any energy. This is a really specific, like, downer feeling that I still continue try to overcome to this day. But there was a point when that exact started, and and now doing the work around it. And I believe that the depression's from the grief from those two kind of situations in particular, where like I spoke my truth and it wasn't, and I ended up blaming myself for it. Not even if anyone else blamed me, but like I did as a little kid level. So it's been interesting to look at that. And if you're feeling a lot of anger and a lot of rage, then maybe look at what are you feeling sad about, or what have you not recognized and given the grief the attention that it needs, and be like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anyone else. You don't have to you don't have to compare yourself. Well, these people were so much off work. They're going through all these things, and my little experience doesn't mean anything. When you don't value that it hurt you, then that's when we get the anger and the depression. So yeah, so I think a lot of this anger and rage stuff, some journaling, and you see if you can pinpoint when those feelings, when you first felt that way, and then work from it from there, and just acknowledge. We don't even need to do anything. Just acknowledge, be like, yeah, that time really hurt me. And you don't have, without needing to be like, oh, but they did this, and that's okay, and I understand their point of view. Like, just like, be like, that hurt me, and it stuck with me. I'm acknowledging it now for what it is, so I can move on. All right. Well, I guess that's our talk for the week. Do a little journal. Feel free to do a little journaling around your own anger and your own rage, or reach out if you want to talk about it, because it's like it's such an ugly little monster that I think a lot of us feel a little bit shameful about. But we all have grief. It's just, we all do. So no worries. All right. So I did find this beautiful place. I did set up my mat. So I'm gonna go contemplate these pictures, like where I might take some of these pictures. But probably just go ahead and film this class first. So for this calendar, I'm hoping to make it really nice, and then have it be like a not fundraiser, but like have all the money go to one of the animal rescues in Tucson or in Arivaca. So that's what that's all about. So I'm out taking these monthly yoga pictures. Probably should take them on the farm or something if they're meant to like go for like an animal thing, but I don't know, whatever. It's kind of my first year tinkering with it. So I gotta take these February photos, and I have taken a few already, and I'll have those up later, and you can all vote on what you think February's calendar photo should be. But yeah, just know that it's more for fun to just have the proceeds go to something more that needs it. All right, here's the setup. Oh, of course, like my tripod's broken, so we're looking at this all weird. Well, that's one class down. It was like super lovely. It's just like incredible. There's just like with these 360 views the way they are, and the perfect temperature and no bugs. I just like I can't even. It's amazing. I love it. So I think I'm gonna take a few pictures here, and then do one more class. And then in the different outfit, and then do a few more pictures, and then wrap it up. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Okay, so got 2 sets of pictures done. It's a pretty fun area. It's like rocky, it's a little hard on the feet, but it's like fun to kind of be able to walk around barefoot. Now I'm considering doing one last little class just because it's so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that last class, and then I'll be all done. Super accomplished day. I'm curious, it's been so windy, I'm curious to see if this all picks up on the on the video or not. Usually the little muffler things are pretty good, but yeah. So okay, well, there we go. All right, 2 classes down, photos, behind the scenes, all the things. Super accomplished day. Yeah, sorry if my share was a little bit of a downer. It's just like, you know, that's what's coming up for me this week, is learning how some grief and anger and being sadness down the road, and where I pick some of these things up and then acknowledging and letting it go. So, oh, yeah, it's a bummer though. Let me know if you have any grief that you're dealing with and what you think it might be related to. All right, until next time, take care. Well, I know I said it was over, but I had a slightly unnerving experience hiking back. So I don't know, I just assumed that, you know, I hadn't seen anybody. And so I'm like hiking back, all just whatever, my own little happy world. And like someone whistled, like hardcore loud whistled, and I don't know where it came from. Scared the crap out of me though, just because it's like, what, I don't know. Like I didn't really know what the, like if I had to guess, is like there's people out here and they just like telling them that I'm coming through. It's almost like alerting people to like hide out. And then as I get closer to the car, I'm like, well, what if like they're, you know, letting them like that I'm getting close to the car, and I don't know. I just like, it was, I don't know. I just, you know, it was just unnerving. But nothing happened. It's all fine for sure. I just like kept going to the car. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna like, I don't know. I didn't like, I don't know. I was just, what do, you know? So, but that was crazy. So someone was out there the whole time. Oh well, I don't know. Okay, maybe I need pepper spray to carry with me. Okay, well, you know, until our next crazy journey, bye again.